Have you ever asked yourself why your feet sometimes feel numb, tingling, or cold, even when you are not exposed to low temperatures? Many older adults dismiss these symptoms, assuming they are an inevitable part of aging. However, what if some of the fruits you eat regularly, those traditionally considered healthy, are actually worsening the condition? What if these fruits are contributing to nerve damage, inflammation, and blood sugar spikes that adversely affect the nerves in your feet? Not every fruit is beneficial for seniors, particularly for those living with peripheral neuropathy, diabetes, or long-standing circulation issues. In fact, many of these very fruits can often be seen in fruit bowls at home or added to breakfast without a second thought. Today, we turn our attention to 6 common fruits that may be worsening numbness in your feet and endangering your health. Peripheral neuropathy affects more than 25 million older adults in the United States alone. It is a disorder in which the nerves, particularly those in the extremities, such as the feet, malfunction. This can manifest as numbness, burning, tingling, or the sensation of walking on cotton. For individuals with diabetes or impaired circulation, this can rapidly escalate to falls, infections, or even foot ulcers. How do fruits play a role? Although fruits are rich in vitamins and fiber, some are alarmingly high in sugar, induce inflammation, or contain acids and compounds that exacerbate nerve problems. For seniors, especially those already vulnerable, these fruits can be more harmful than beneficial. Let us examine the 6 fruits you should avoid or significantly limit from today. 1. Pineapple, the hidden sugar bomb. Pineapple, with its vibrant and sweet tropical flavor, is frequently regarded as a symbol of health and vitality. Many older people have enjoyed it over the years, often as part of summer meals or as a refreshing snack. Yet, beneath its cheerful appearance lies a potential danger, especially for those managing circulatory problems, diabetes, or nerve sensitivity in the feet. Few realize that pineapple has extremely high levels of natural sugars, especially fructose. Although natural sugar in large amounts can be damaging, a single cup of pineapple contains over 16 grams of sugar, which is quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. For seniors with diminished sugar processing ability, this results in sharp blood glucose spikes, which can inflict damage over time through what medical professionals term glycemic stress. This process deprives nerves of the nutrients and oxygen they require to remain healthy, which can lead to symptoms like tingling, numbness, or a persistent sense that one's foot is half asleep, even when resting for extended periods. These sensations are not merely unsettling, they serve as warnings that nerves are beginning to malfunction due to inadequate blood flow or heightened sugar levels. Additionally, pineapple contains bromelain, a compound that for some irritates the gut or triggers a histamine response. Coupled with its sugar content, this can fuel chronic inflammation that spreads to joints, the circulatory system, and over time, the peripheral nerves. Pineapple, therefore, may pose more of a threat to the mobility and comfort of older individuals than is commonly recognized. 2. Watermelon. Refreshing yet hazardous, many associate a cold, juicy slice of watermelon with relaxation, family gatherings, and fond childhood memories. Its high water content may give the impression of being harmless, even beneficial. Nevertheless, for seniors, particularly those struggling with tingling or numbness in the feet. Watermelon can quietly undermine health. Despite its refreshing taste and low calorie count, watermelon boasts a high glycemic index, which leads to rapid increases in blood sugar, comparable to certain confectioneries. These recurring surges in glucose can, over time, damage the small blood vessels that supply nerves, primarily those in the extremities. When blood sugar rises suddenly, the body labors to restore balance, yet the nerves furthest from the heart, such as those in the feet, are first to suffer. Damaged nerves rarely recover entirely, and symptoms like tingling or an odd sensation underfoot may signal progressive degeneration. Although it contains a great deal of water, watermelon lacks the fiber and electrolytes necessary for healthy sugar metabolism, offering only fleeting refreshment while nerves endure considerable strain from surges of glucose. 3. Grapes, silent saboteurs. Grapes are often presented as a healthy snack, small, sweet, and convenient. However, for older adults, especially those suffering from numbness or burning in the feet, grapes might be deceptively dangerous. The chief concern is their sugar content. A single cup may contain as much as 23 grams of sugar, predominantly fructose, which can overwhelm the liver, rapidly increase blood glucose, and create metabolic imbalances. Seniors generally have reduced insulin sensitivity, so these frequent sugar surges can further erode nerve health. As grapes have minimal fiber, they flood the bloodstream with sugar, exacerbating inflammation in blood vessels and nerve endings. Over time, this can contribute to burning sensations, deep discomfort, or loss of sensibility in the feet. Grapes' convenient size and sweetness make it easy to overindulge, often without realizing it, which intensifies the adverse effects on nerve health, especially when combined with foods like cheese or crackers. 4. Bananas. Excess can be detrimental. Bananas are typically associated with comfort and good nutrition, prized for their potassium and usefulness in addressing muscle cramps. While there is truth to this, the narrative is more nuanced, especially for seniors. Ripe bananas are high in natural sugars, up to 17 grams per medium fruit, and much of it glucose and fructose. For older individuals with diminished insulin sensitivity or prediabetes, these spontaneous spikes in blood sugar can foster inflammation and swelling around nerves, particularly in the extremities. When nerve tissue becomes inflamed, its ability to transmit electrical signals is disrupted, leading to sensations of tingling or persistent coldness. Bananas also contain tyramine, a compound that can affect blood vessel constriction, and if consumed excessively or combined with some medications, may further impair blood flow to the feet, hampering nerve recovery. 5. Dried fruits. Concentrated risk. Dried fruits, such as raisins, dates, apricots, and figs, are often considered wholesome snacks and are frequently chosen over processed desserts. However, the drying process removes water while concentrating the sugars, resulting in potent doses of fructose and glucose in compact servings. For example, a small handful of raisins may have as much sugar as a chocolate bar without the guilt typically associated with sweets. For those already facing blood sugar challenges or nerve damage, dried fruits can be a hidden danger. The intense sugar is swiftly absorbed, overwhelming one's insulin response and fostering inflammation in the nerves, particularly those in the legs and feet. Dried fruits also commonly contain the preservatives, such as sulfites, which can provoke additional inflammation or allergic reactions. 6. Oranges, not always as healthy as believed. Oranges have long been regarded as the epitome of good health, largely due to their high vitamin C content and immune-boosting properties. However, for seniors dealing with nerve issues, diabetes, or circulatory disorders, oranges can be less benign than they appear. A medium orange contains approximately 12 grams of sugar. Consumed regularly or particularly as juice with the fiber removed, oranges can rapidly elevate blood sugar levels. For those with a compromised metabolic function, this strain can gradually damage blood vessels, tasked with nourishing the peripheral nerves, including those in the feet. Moreover, oranges are highly acidic, potentially irritating already sensitive nerves and intensifying tingling or burning for those affected by neuropathy. There is also the risk of interaction with common medications such as statins, blood pressure agents, or anti-inflammatories, which oranges can hinder, thereby reducing therapeutic effectiveness. Healthier fruit alternatives. Recognizing the potential harm some fruits can cause, especially as the body grows older and more susceptible. It is vital not to forsake fruit altogether, but instead to be judicious. Select varieties that are low in sugar and high in fiber and antioxidants. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries are especially beneficial for seniors. They are sweet, but low on the glycemic index, and replete with anti-inflammatory compounds that support nerve health and protect against oxidative stress. Avocados, often overlooked as a fruit, contain healthy fats that stabilize blood sugar and support both heart and nerve health. Apples, preferably eaten with the skin, offer a balanced combination of natural sugar and fiber, thus promoting stable glucose levels. Lemons, though tangy, provide vitamin C without the high sugar content typical of oranges. Combine fruit with sources of protein or healthy fats, such as a handful of nuts or a piece of cheese, to slow digestion and allow for the safe absorption of nutrients. Final thoughts. Listening to your body with age, the most vital aspect of health, is not only what we add, but also what we are willing to change or remove. Familiar and colorful fruits, comforting as they may be, might not serve the needs of an aging body, particularly where nerve health is concerned. Collective wisdom and lived experience both remind us that early intervention and wise choices can grant us a greater independence, balance, and comfort in the years to come. Subtle sensations, numbness, tingling, loss of balance, are gentle calls for change. If merely modifying your selection of fruit can reduce discomfort in your feet, stabilize your gait, and extend your independence, is it not worthwhile to make that change and live with intention and listen to the messages your body gently conveys? Reflect and share a change you are willing to make to nurture your own health. In supporting one another, we can embrace aging with strength, wisdom, and grace. Your responses and feedback are greatly appreciated. Please feel free to comment or share your insights and continue to seek knowledge that supports your journey towards healthier, more empowered living.